Hello, my name is Rezika Afrina Minara, and I am a pharmacy student at Bandung's Institute of Technology. But for the past semester, I've been studying at the University of Padua, taking courses on economics and Italian literature, as well as some Italian language lessons. I was able to do so because I took part in the International Indonesian Student Mobility Awards, or IISMA for short. I first heard about the IISMA program when one of my professors, shout out to Bu Ibe, sent a link surveying whether or not students would be interested in taking part in a study abroad program. I filled it out, but I kept my eye out for more updates. I think it was around May of 2021 when I heard about it again. I discussed it with my parents and decided that there was really nothing to lose if I signed up, and so I did. It was around the time for final exams, and I wasn't able to take a TOEFL or IELTS test, so I decided to go with the DET or the Duolingo English test. Once I got my results, I did extensive research on each program I was interested in that the possible universities were offering. I made up my mind to go to UNIPD, considering its location, history, and the courses that I could take. Luckily, my documents passed the initial screening and I managed to get past the interview stage, making it as an IISMA awardee. When I first got to Italy, people liked to ask about culture shock and whether or not it was a struggle to adjust, and honestly, I didn't really particularly care. Compared to Indonesia, it is a lot different, but instead of it being a struggle, it was just something like, it was just life, you know? What I struggled with were mainly my classes, if I'm being honest. I took a total of 4 classes, and 3 of them I was taking on my own without any other IISMA awardees. So imagine you're trying to take third-year economic classes with no background in economics whatsoever, and no one in class to help you study. Everyone else has already gotten to know one another because, again, it's their 3rd year, and you have to struggle to keep up so you don't look like more of an idiot than you already feel. While some of the other awardees were having fun traveling during the semester, I literally could not afford to miss a class because 1, I was the only one taking them, and 2, they weren't being recorded. Luckily, I did really well in most of the exams and passed the classes with flying colors, except for money and banking. But of the 30 people that took the exam, only 8 passed, and I got an average grade, so I can confidently say that I was able to at least compete with the actual economic students. And yes, I am very proud of that. That being said, the Italian education system is quite different from the Indonesian one. The gist of it is that most, if not all, of your grades are based on your final exam. The final exam can be written or oral depending on your professor and course, and you can refuse a grade and retake the final exam as many times as you want until you are satisfied. I remember my professor said that we could just keep taking the same exam over and over and over again for years if we wanted to. It was definitely a new experience, studying a new course in a new system in an entirely new country. It basically left me to fend off the wolves after being safe in my own bubble for a very long time beforehand. But honestly, I felt like I needed it. I really learned how to be independent and explore what is essentially an entirely new world out of my comfort zone. I can organize things more practically now, form routines that work for me and keep me productive, and still be impulsive enough to be able to let go for a bit and relax. And not having any other IISMA awardees in my class forced me to go out of my way to make friends with some of the other students if I wanted to do well. And through that, I've met some amazing people who I hope I never forget. I was afraid that there would be a barrier between me and the others, but as it turns out, the experience of being a struggling uni student is, well, universal. And I guess I'm officially #ISMA biased, because this program keeps pushing me to be a better version of myself every single day, and for that I am very, very grateful. There's not really much else left to say other than be bold to go abroad.